Today's breakdown is on Varta. Ticker symbol is VAR1. This is a German tech company and it makes batteries for the automotive, industrial and consumer markets. It was founded in 1887. It pays a dividend once per year, and the most recent dividend I received was for €1.83 per share. At the moment, Varta, like a lot of European stocks, is being absolutely hammered. It's down about 68% for the year. It's currently trading at €28 per share. I bought in on the 21st of June of 2021 and I'm about 12% down, but I have bought in a couple of small times since then. So this isn't an accurate picture of how my position is doing. I have averaged in a couple of times. So the general gist of what Varta does is that they create lithium-ion batteries for things like hearing aids, cameras, telephones, toys, watches, so on and so forth, and they sell their batteries worldwide. The company currently has about 4,500 employees, and it's in the electronic instruments and controls industry of the technology sector in Germany. Varta currently has a market cap of €1.16 billion, and this is the value that's decided by the stock market. It has a price to earnings ratio of 9.18, and this is a measurement of how underpriced or overpriced the stock is. If you compare this stock's price to earnings ratio with the average of the industry and of the country, you'll get a gauge of how good the price is compared to the earnings. So 9.18 I think is quite below the average, and what I could find was that the average was 31.2. So this is seen as underpriced. Its current revenue is about €903 million, and this is how much money they're bringing in. Its earnings per share is €3.13. This is how much that they're earning for every share that's in rotation. And the current dividend yield is 8.64%, which is actually a little bit high. Now it does only pay a dividend once per year, but anything over 5% is a little bit spicy. Some of the financials over the last year look pretty good, but over the quarter don't really look too great. Over the last year, the revenue is about €903 million, with a net income of about €126 million. So that leaves a profit margin of about 14%. But over the last quarter, the revenue is about, say, €194 million. They have a net income of negative €23 million. And therefore a profit margin of negative 12%. So profits are not doing too well recently. On their balance sheet over the last year, they have total assets of €1.25 billion. Their total liabilities are €717 million. And this gives them a debt to assets ratio of about 57%, which is pretty good. Over the last quarter, it's not looking too great. They have total assets of €1.36 billion. Total liabilities of close to €1 billion. It's €935 million. And this leaves them with a debt to assets ratio of about 69%. So their debt has increased recently. And their cash flow over the last year from operating is €114 million. From investing is negative €179 million. And from financing is €14.17 million. So overall, over the last year, they've done quite well. Over the last quarter, not so much. Now, the dividend history, I couldn't find a huge amount on, just 2021 and 22, but maybe it's just this site that doesn't go back that far. So there's not a huge amount to go on, unfortunately. It looks to be bumping up, but we'll see how this year goes, to be honest. I wouldn't hold out a huge amount of hope for 8% going forward. And the long-term history of the stock tells a pretty similar story. It does not look great. So if you bought in 2017 or 2018 and held it up until now, you will have pretty much gained nothing apart from the dividends. So they had quite a run up to about 2020, and then of course everything closed down and everything fell, and then since then they had a bit of a wild ride for 2 years, and now they've just been falling. Does not look great at all. Varta currently has a 52-week high of about €100, which is the highest the stock price has been within the last year from now. And it has a 52-week low of 21.68 euro. So it's not a million miles away from the cheapest it's been in a year. Now, in all fairness, it has been quite a hectic year, a calendar year from now to a year ago. And a lot of European economies are struggling quite a bit. Pretty much every economy is struggling. And I think the ones that aren't are just the ones that don't want to admit it. So we'll see what the future holds for Varta, but I do think that if you have exposure to European stocks and European dividend stocks, that you should take a look at it. It was founded in 1887, so it's been around the block a few times, as they say, and it is experiencing pretty harsh economic times at the moment. But it is one of those industries where it will be a long, long time before people stop needing batteries. And they do sell their products around the world. So hopefully things pick up for them. We will see. And I hope that this video was useful.